According to a bombshell expose by Buzzfeed, former Ellen employees say that the mantra of the Ellen Show, "Be kind," is a facade for a toxic work culture. These disgruntled employees say that the Ellen DeGeneres brand is essentially all for show. I got the tea, and I'm gonna spill it here for you on IO. What's gravy fam? This is IO. I'm Charlotte. Like, subscribe, follow, potato. Let's get into the news. Before I go any further, I just want to give full credit to Buzzfeed News reporter Christy Lee Yandoli, who broke this story, and let me tell you, it is a doozy. Buzzfeed talked to 10 former employees and one current employee of the Ellen DeGeneres Show, all of whom asked to remain anonymous because they are afraid of the consequences of speaking out against Ellen. And not only that, NBC as well. All of these employees and their stories were backed up by the other employees who corroborated the claims. I would also like to state that not all of these experiences working for the Ellen DeGeneres Show directly relate to Ellen herself, but the employees say that because it is her show with her name on it, she should take more responsibility for what happens behind the scenes to her employees. In recent months, Ellen DeGeneres has come under scrutiny. She was exposed earlier in 2020 by comedian Kevin T. Porter, who said that she was notoriously one of the meanest people in Hollywood. A former bodyguard then came forward with a negative experience with Ellen, and other staffers openly criticized the show after getting pay cuts due to the pandemic, and also the show chose to hire a non-union team to work on the home version of the show instead of hiring the staff that had worked with Ellen for years. And now it seems that former employees are feeling emboldened to come forward to talk about the Ellen DeGeneres Show's toxic environment. Apparently, if you work for the Ellen DeGeneres Show, you can get fired after taking medical leave or taking a day off to attend a family funeral. Employee number 1, who worked for the show for over a year, had to take a month off to check into a medical facility because of a suicide attempt. When they returned to work, they were told that their position was no longer needed. They said, "You'd think that if someone just tried to kill themselves, you don't want to add any more stress to their lives." The employee, whose story was corroborated by 4 other employees and medical records, told Buzzfeed News. Some of the producers talk openly in public about addiction and mental health awareness, but they're the reason there's the stigma, they said. They definitely don't practice what they preach with the "be kind" mantra. Employee number 2 said that they created a GoFundMe campaign to raise money for medical costs that were not covered by the company's health insurance. The employee then shared the GoFundMe on social media, but was subsequently given a warning and called into the head office and told to take it down because of concerns that the post might hurt both the show's and Ellen's image. You would think that if they found out an employee needed their medical costs covered, they would offer to help, considering they couldn't afford the medical costs based on their insurance or salary. But according to this employee, they never offered and instead got angry. To add insult to injury, employee number 2 was then fired after they posted a selfie laughing with coworkers at the office, which was a violation of their contract. However, other employees had posted similar selfies in the past. Employee number 3 said that after a very difficult year, where they had to take 3 unexpected chunks of time off due to a medical leave from a car accident, working remotely because of a family member's funeral, and they took 3 days off for another family's funeral, and they said that every time they asked to get time off, it was a struggle to get approval from supervisors and HR. Employee number 4 said she walked off the job after being constantly berated about her race and after she made efforts to improve the workplace dynamic for people of color. The former employee is a black woman who says that she experienced racist comments, actions, and microaggressions while she worked for the show for a year and a half. She said that a senior level producer said to her, "Oh wow, you both have box braids. I hope we don't get you confused." And at a work party, she said one of the main writers told her, "I'm sorry, I only know the names of the white people who work here." Other coworkers awkwardly laughed it off instead of coming to her defense. This employee said that when she tried to speak up about the lack of racial representation on the show, her colleagues called her the quote "PC police." Not only that, but her colleagues distanced themselves from her. After working for the show for a year, she asked for a raise after finding out a new hire made double what she did for doing the same job, even though she had 10 years of experience in the industry. Her manager never gave her a raise. In fact, she was reprimanded. She was called into a meeting with executive producer Ed Glavin, who criticized her for suggesting employees on the show get diversity and inclusion training, and also for asking for a raise. It was after this meeting that she walked off the job, and not only that, she left the entertainment industry altogether. It wasn't until recently, when she had seen the cultural discussions around race issues in Hollywood and workplaces, did she feel compelled to come forward. She added that following the Black Lives Matter movement, her former manager at the Ellen Show reached out to her to apologize for not being a better ally, but she said too little too late. Apparently, managers would also tell employees they couldn't talk to Ellen directly if they saw her at work. One has to wonder if it was Ellen telling them to say that, or I feel like it's a little bit of both. To sum things up, these former employees felt their workplace was toxic, where they couldn't speak up about problems, and if you do speak up, your contract wouldn't be renewed. Other people defended the show, saying that it's a typical set environment, but there appears to be a divide between the people on the show that are well liked by producers and people who believe the culture is toxic. An employee said that the show hires inexperienced people who just don't know better, who are willing to put up with it, and because, you know, it's The Ellen Show, an Emmy award-winning NBC show that is loved by viewers. The employees that are well liked say that producers and managers would give them gifts like new iPhones, gift cards, and other freebies. So, is the treatment of the employees of the show Ellen's responsibility? Well, some are arguing yes. Here's a quote: "If she wants to have her own show and have her name on the show title, she needs to be more involved to see what is going on," one former employee said. "I think the executive producers surround her and tell her things are going great, everybody's happy, and she just believes that, but it's her responsibility to go beyond that." Another quote addressing the rumors about Ellen being mean said this: "People focus on rumors about how Ellen is mean and everything like that, but that's not the problem. The issue is these 3 executive producers running the show who are in charge of all the people, and who make the culture and are putting out this feeling of bullying and being mean," another former employee claimed. "They feel that everybody who works at The Ellen Show is lucky to work there. So if you have a problem, you should leave, because we'll hire someone else, because everybody wants to work here." Here is what executive producers of The Ellen Show had to say about this article. "Over the course of nearly 2 decades, 3,000 episodes, and employing over 1,000 staff members, we have strived to create an open, safe, and inclusive work environment. We are truly heartbroken and sorry to learn that even one person in our production family has had a negative experience. It's not who we are and who we strive to be, and not the mission Ellen has set for us. For the record, the day-to-day responsibility of The Ellen Show is completely on us. We take all of this very seriously, and we realize, as many in the world are learning, that we need to do better and are committed to do better, and we will do better." I can tell you, as someone who has worked on production as talent, it is always a wonderful experience and it's a privilege to be there. But it's the people who work behind the scenes that make the show happen, and are rarely given credit for their work. They're often overworked, underpaid, and disgruntled. Being on the set of a huge TV show like Ellen is a privilege, yeah, but like any other workplace, you should be able to go to your superiors when you have valid issues and complaints related to the job. I hope that when you guys turn on Netflix, you not only respect the artistic value of the show and the actors, but also all the work that gets put in by the people behind the scenes. A production is the definition of a team effort and collaboration. Hundreds, if not thousands of people work long hours in order to get those perfect shots so you can be entertained at home or at the movie theater. Those employees deserve respect, they deserve to be treated fairly, and Ellen's mantra, "Be kind," should be extended to them as well. And with that being said, shout out to our amazing editing team, all the bosses behind the scenes at IO, and of course our producer Chris. Woo. Thanks, Chris. You guys killing it. Alright, I want you to tell me your thoughts on this one down in the comments. For now, I'm gonna wrap up this one with some comment features. These are from my video, "Here's the poop that ended Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's marriage." Chelsea said, "Why did it feel like I could smell this video?" You probably could. I did. Jason said, "Charlotte Dobre, expert on potatoes and turds. Is there any end to this lady's talents? I don't think so." I also do this. I don't know. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, potato. See you guys next time. Whew, I'm out of breath. Yeah. Whoa. What's happening? Go back up? Yeah, that's okay. Sorry, I need to burp. Sorry, I just ate lunch.